Oh my! You think it's my birthday, wouldn't you, with all these wonderful things around me, but no, it isn't. I just thought I'd have a look at the toys which require handles. There's something fascinating about turning a handle for small children. And quite a lot of the early ones were meant for very, very small infants because they can put their hand on something and turn it easily. But there's a variety of these. I mean, this one is quite an oldish toy, but what it's sitting on, I'm using this as a musical box, a sounding box, is actually a very modern one. The Rat Race, this came out only just a few years ago in America, I think it was. Extraordinary. So what's this one? It's got a handle. They all got handles. I'll set it up and see if we can see some rats doing their thing. Here we go. Some were running up and down on a belt, and some were going round in a circle. There's no music with this one. You just have to imagine the squeaking and the scampering of the little feet as they pant around and follow the rat race. What an extraordinary idea, isn't it? Is it for adults or for kids or for both? I suppose it's a bit of both, really. But it's a nice idea and quite modern. Oh, it's shilling. They make very nice stuff. This is one of my all-time favourite toys when it's working. I need to give it a bit of assistance, but it was a superb idea. And when we turn the handle, and it's got in the musical books, it does some very, very interesting action. You can see what's going to happen. There's two figures involved. One's a chef, and one's a sort of sous chef, or a lady who's going to help. So first of all, he's bringing all the pork pies, each little pork pie, put him into a position so she can pick them up. And now she's got this window needs a bit of help. She's going to pick it up. And what will happen then? She'll do another one. And she'll get the finger down there. That's right there. It's had a lot of fun from the kids over the years, so it needs a little bit of assistance sometimes. Oops, make sure that stays on top there. And a finger under there, that's better. Oh, yes, look at that. Superb. When this is brand new, you know, oops, I could get 8 of them in a stack. For small kids, that's a lovely idea, just turning a handle like that and seeing things happen. Couldn't be a better way of entertaining children of all ages. And I've had a lot of fun with that over many years of performing. Thinking about food for a little while, here's another one which you probably all know. It's probably the most iconic of all the handled toys. It's the spaghetti fork. It's come out, I think it came out of my collection sometime in the late 70s originally. The idea is you've got a bowl of spaghetti and you could wind them onto a fork, or you can have a fork with a handle already on it. So it just makes it so easy. You should dig it into the bowl of spaghetti, you wind them on like that and put it into your mouth, and do be careful not to keep winding the fork when you've got it in the mouth. It might be a bit painful otherwise. But nice idea, isn't it? And then put them in and you dip in for the next one. So a lovely concept. This is made by old Tarashore, who've gone many years ago, but it's a superb idea. I've even got an electrically battery-operated version of that, but it's not such a nice idea. I love the idea of turning a handle. That's what I'm looking at, turning the handle. Here's a superb one, which I don't think I've ever used at kids' parties. It's quite complicated. It's a Japanese one where you've got a figure here who threads the beads onto a cord. It's for small girls to be able to make their own little necklaces, which is such a nice idea. Open the gate. Very, very clever bit of engineering this. And when you turn the handle, there's lots of little beads there in the hopper waiting to be fed on, and this action like that feeds it in. I hope. Oh, there they go. And some more. I can see it going down. Yep. And some more still. Goodness me. What a sweet idea it is. Just random motion inside. A very clever mechanical principle. Well, I think you got the idea, but what a lovely concept. And then the girl can finish up with a nice long beads for necklaces or for bangles or something like that, and then start all over again. It's such a beautiful concept, that, and very, very nicely made. That's the Japanese engineering really at their best, I think, when they come up with an idea that really works for all ages, and this is meant for really very small kids, small girls typically. What else have we got? Well, still on the food scene, my friend Ron Fuller made a most wonderful item called the sausage machine, and it's a figure all made of tin, superb bit of craftsmanship, but when you turn the handle, the sausages come pouring out, lax-sealed sausages. Again, no music on this, but what a lovely figure and a lovely mechanism for it too as well. The sausages, you can see, just go round in a circle underneath, but never mind that. Very nice thing for kids to turn with their hands, practice hand turning. Good one, well done, Ron. Nice memories. In engineering workshops, they often show interesting mechanisms, and this is a favourite one that I had to study at college. It's called the Geneva Mechanism. It's a brilliant idea, this. As you turn this like this, let's get my hand underneath there, that way, that's right. No, need to hold it. There, like that, that's better. It goes in a long sweep down here and back to there, and it just about get it. Let me just hold it vertically as well. It does a very nice action when you see it vertical. Oops, don't get stuck actually. No, it is working. But isn't that strange? Something that's pointed out in our engineering courses, the lecturer asks, what's the curve that this thing is doing? It's going a long way out there, it's coming a short way in there. What's the curve it's making on the paper? And he had a mechanism for showing it, so I've done a crude version of it here, which is an older version. And it's got a felt tip pen at the bottom, which I'm going to undo, and it's got a point to the pen. Let's see if I can get it to sit there on the table roughly here, just about. And then I've got to turn this round and just let it perform its cycle. Oops, daisy. Not quite, it's going to start here. There we are. Oops, daisy. Yes, here we go. One more turn, and just about there. Yeah. Well, the idea is, it's a bit crudely done, it forms very strangely an ellipse, a perfect ellipse, two foci there, two centres, not a central one because it's not a circle, but it forms a perfect elliptical path. So that thing is actually doing an ellipse in space, which is a very, very interesting outcome, not something that I would have expected when I first was showing the mechanism. I thought, what a nice one that is. A nice way of demonstrating some bit of geometry to students. There's a silly one here, which is, again, it's a very modern one. It's a cat, I believe. It's a tinned cat. This is made of tin. And when I turn the handle, the little tongue comes in and out like that. What a extraordinary idea. Very sweet. No music again, just a little, and very modern too. Linda Gibbons' lovely shop, Bead, produced this about 10 or 15 years ago, I think it was. Some local out of town. Very, very sweet idea. But it's got the good old handle, which is what I like so much. Turning the handle, that's what we want to do. Here's a very ancient one from one of my earliest suitcases. It's a little figure of a girl or a doll playing the piano. I'll start this way so I can turn it around and make it go. Frère Jacques is playing, and I'll turn it around a few times and you'll see what she's doing. So the piano keys are going up and down. Dormez-vous. She's studying furiously, isn't she? She's got little Velcro bits on her hands there as I turn it. Dormez-vous. Studying the tuner. Ding dang dong. Yes, that's it. So that was a lot of fun in the early days of my showing toys at children's parties. And about the same vintage, probably even a year or two earlier, was this one here from Keller, I think it was, from America. Frogs. And when you turn the thing, a nice handle at the back here. Ooh, you've got to stay open, dear. That's better. Nice froggy noise too. There's a mechanism under there which makes a sound of a croaking frog. Ooh, no, both closed. So people have tremendous fun behaving or misbehaving and then just enjoying this. And it's something very simple for a very small child to grasp and turn the handle and turn the handle. There's some beautiful ones around. The last item is it's the old craps game, you know, where you've got to shake the dice there, but this is mounted, which is a strange idea, but it's got a crank handle, so I've got to turn the crank handle, haven't I? So I'm going to have a go. The idea is to save me having to shake it. I just turn the handle and it automatically does it. I hope so, anyway. Oh! Yeah, I've forgotten, of course. Yes, it's a water pistol. It's a joke one, which squirts you in the face as you're trying to play a game of craps. Well, I've been caught out by that before, but anyway. Turn the handle is a wonderful idea for a toy, and they come in all sizes and shapes, and I'm still looking for some more. So have a look yourself, see if you can find any turning the handle toys. They're great fun.